sign my copy of Myra Breckenridge?
Oh, with great pleasure, with my extra special William Buckley. I wouldn't be seen without this pen. Okay, the property of...
A gift from Bill. Huh?
A gift from Bill. Bill's not as nice as he looks.
I know Bill personally, so I know both sides of him.
That's the best way to know him, personally.
Your new book, well, not the latest, but Myra Breckenridge is really breaking all kinds of records. I think it's one of the most controversial, certainly, novels in some time. But now I understand it's past the 2 million mark in sales. And many of the purchasers are women. Does that surprise you?
Yes, it does. Well, of course, the main purchasers of books anyway are women in the country. Right. And there is some evidence that they hate Myra Breckenridge with a passion, but they keep on buying the book. And who knows, it may...
Why do you think they hate her?
Well, I don't think there's very much identification going on. And I think...
From either side of the street.
Yeah, I think it's not your average sort of fun novel. And I really wish they wouldn't buy it, to be perfectly frank, because I get these letters, and I'd much rather... Somebody wrote in one of the, I think the Los Angeles Free Press, that nobody over 30 should read this book. Well, I think that's... Nobody over 30 read this book.
Largely because you feel that the younger people of either sex are more prepared for breaking away from the old...
Oh, I think they're more relaxed about, they see the humor of it, and the others just see what they think is the scandal of it. And I don't regard it as pornographic. I've said it's graphic, but so is
well,
life.
For those, I think we should establish, for those very few who don't know, that Myra Breckenridge is the story of a sex change from female to male and back again.
Yes.
Or male to female and back again.
It's a study in indecision.
Right. And I'm kind of interested in probing, as a matter of fact, some of the things below the surface.
Everything you say tonight seems to have a double meaning. Probing
I have that
the
problem
surface.
through life, I find, but that's a... But what prompted, in other words, it is such a curious plot, and at the same time seems to have implications in terms of some of the sexual identification problems of today. I would be interested in some of the thoughts that that led to your doing this particular kind of book.
Well, it just seemed to be very funny. I think we're all interested in being... everybody's interested in what the other sex feels like and what goes through their mind in playing their roles. And I think there's a great deal of interest in the whole business nowadays of role-playing. Why do so many boys and girls dress up in strange costumes? Well, there's a nice fluidity. They don't know who they are when they get up in the morning, so let's just dress up and I'll pretend to be, oh, I don't know, a Smothers brother, and somebody else somebody less fortunate will pretend to be a Lyndon Johnson. And, you know, you play cowboys, you play Smothers, you play something all day long. And that's, in one way, rather sad that people don't know who they are. And I don't mean just sexually, but just in general. At the same time, it's a rather nice thing that they feel they don't have to be stuck with any one role. I suppose that went through my mind.
Well, the whole problem of identification and sexual identification, particularly today, is undergoing certainly a remarkable change. The roles that we played traditionally as male and female a very few years ago were, I think, well established.
Now that was in the Midwest, where you live. I mean, on the East Coast, there was a whole different feeling about roles. Yeah, we had...
Well, how do you feel about the change itself? Do you think that...
Well, I think the more the merrier. You know, I'm all for everything, as long as it does not lead to unwanted babies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give my Margaret Sanger birth control lecture in a few minutes, but by and large, any form of sexual activity which can, in any sense, make a bridge to another person, I think is extremely desirable, whether with a person of your own sex or the opposite sex or in a group. Whatever that does not, you see, the only antisocial act is to make an unwanted baby, which people are doing right and left within marriage, not to mention outside of marriage. And in a world where the ecological balance of the planet has already been upset through overpopulation, we cannot feed, literally cannot feed the people now here, much less the coming generation. Then I think we must think of other games to play. Our sexual codes are based upon ancient tribal laws, which went back to the times when we were out there looking after goats, and people died at about 14 or 15, so they were invited to marry very young, have children, because they wouldn't live very long. Now we live to 80, you know, and we keep at it and at it and at it. If your magazine and other magazines are to be believed, we are never free, as Sophocles said, of this cruel and insane master sex.